Forgotten Delaware. One of the more interesting things about Fort DuPont in Delaware City, and also probably forgotten, is that during World War II, it detained almost 2,000 prisoners of war, and not just any prisoners of war either. After easily capturing Paris, Hitler rewarded Erwin Rommel with the Afrika Korps, and in 1941 he blazed south from Germany into Libya to ensure the Italian end of the Axis powers didn't crumble. One of Hitler's most trusted and highly decorated generals and his elite panzer force battled the Allies back and forth through Libya and Egypt, finally meeting their match at the Second Battle of Al Alamein in 1943, when he faced off against General Montgomery and his desert rats. Many of Rommel's men found themselves on ships to the United States and prisoners right here, in the First State. The POW barracks and the Germans that stayed here are gone now, but my father and his brothers would play in and explore them right after the war. They would also grab binoculars and help my grandmother in the spotter towers as a new Cold War immediately began. Everywhere you go, you see nature reclaiming concrete and twisted metal, locked doors and covered windows, old buildings repurposed, dying all over again. But one gets the feeling this may be the final act for some of these structures. There are so few people down here, they have to tell visitors not to bring rifled firearms. Some people don't listen very well, but at least this guy was a good shot if he was aiming for the sign. Now I know why they don't want any guns. They probably didn't see all the signs, though, and probably didn't know there's still an active military police base on the property, which I didn't know either when I first pulled into Fort DuPont. I thought these Humvees were coming for me. Luckily, it was just a drill. How come these things are here? That's pretty cool.
We're not going up there. Where are they going?
I don't know. You can pretty much go wherever you want to in this park. Even drive around and see what it looks like underneath the Reedy Point Bridge, or scenic Delaware Route 9. It was built by Army engineers over 40 years ago and is almost 25 stories off the ground. Look at the size of this ship pulling into the C&D Canal. Right across the Delaware is the better-known Fort Delaware, which I wanted to check out too. My dad said he could see it from his window where there was a much more notorious Civil War prison camp, and while not as far away as Germany, to the defeated Confederate soldiers of Vicksburg, Mississippi walking up the coast, it must have seemed like another planet. I had also heard that anyone claiming to be a paranormal investigator thinks Fort Delaware is one of the more haunted places in the country.